Hello, and thank you so much for being here as I speak about referendums and initiatives of the Arizona Constitution. An initiative is a method by which the voters, the citizens that have registered to vote, may propose new laws or amend their constitution. A referendum, according to the Constitution of Arizona, is a process by which the people can reject some laws that are passed by the legislative or even change them. The ways that you need to prepare an initiative is by creating a campaign, a committee, or you could do it individually. But you go online, you fill out a form with the Secretary of State, and then from there, they're going to ask you to collect a percentage of signatures from voters, and you have up till 4 months before the general election to do that. So honestly, you have 20 months to get the signatures needed. Once you have the signatures needed, you need to send them in to the state secretary where they're going to verify them so that your initiative can be put on the ballot, sorry. Once the voters have had the opportunity to vote, yes or no, then you will know whether it has been amended or not. If everybody votes yes, then things will change, and if they vote no, then everything will stay the same and remain in place. A referendum is created by a person or an organization. It also will need signatures from voters. However, they only have 90 days to get their signatures to the House of Representatives or the Senate's. They also need to make sure that they're submitted and that they're approved so that they can go on the next election. A lot of these, a lot of times the referendums are created by the legislators so that they can have the voters vote on them to see if the citizens support what they say or not support what they say. If they vote yes, then the new law will go into effect, and if they vote no, then things will just stay the same again. Some comparisons of initiatives and referendums are both the initiatives and the referendums are used to bring forth the democratic change and to ensure that people's ideas and wills are respected and also enforced. Um, Both of them are also require a popular vote, meaning that the citizens get to vote and have the last say of what's going to happen to directly influence their lives. Um, this allows the citizens to participate actively in their legislative process and also on issues that are going to direct them and concern their government. Um, Finally, and ultimately, the initiatives and referendums are powerful tools of democracy that give citizens a say in the laws and the government that is directly influencing their lives. Some contrasts of these are that the initiative is to to influence the direct democracy of the citizens of the state and is drafted and placed by the citizens so that the public can have a vote and get things changed or even added to what they feel is essential. While um, a referendum is by the legislatives and it's their ideas, and then they get to see what the citizens think about their ideas. A lot of times the initiatives are used because they bypass the legislatives um, and can put policies in effect directly by this just getting citizens to sign it off and then end up voting for it. Unlike the initiatives, referendums are used to gauge the public's opinion on laws or even measures that have been placed and to see how they feel about them, whether they should be replaced, maybe compromised, or even just rejected. Some pros to the initiatives are that they allow the citizens to have actively influence the state's laws and the Constitution. And another one is they allow the citizens to create and change the laws that they feel vital and essential to their lives and the communities that are around them. Um, some cons to the initiatives are um, tyranny of the majority, which means the majority groups will restrict or hinder the rights of the minority groups. Um, Also, too, some of these ballot measures can be complicated and they get difficult to understand, so voters get confused on what they should vote on. Um, some of the pros of the referendums are that they provide a level of political support during difficult decisions so that they get to make the decision, but in order for it to be solidified, then they require the citizens to vote on it. Um, some of them are also create specific points of negotiation. So priorities of the politicians may be different than the priorities of the citizens. And a referendum gives the government um, some straight out specific information that they give out and that they create policies easier that hopefully will reject the minorities, what the majorities will. Um, some cons of the referendums are that uh, that they can falsely um, it allows false factors for campaign results, meaning that the campaign can cite a question and then they make it a little confusing and it doesn't really represent the general public. Um, Also, it can create division if they're between communities or the state, different parts of the state, and how that's seen either through victory or through loss, depending on their sides. And then that'll take time to bring everybody together again. Initiatives and referendums, how they support the direct democracy as outlined in the Constitution are that they allow the citizens to have a direct say in how their government is ran, along with the contrast of the representatives of the democracy, where citizens will elect the representatives to make the decisions and then they vote on them so that their say is still heard and their will is still heard. The initiatives and the referendum processes are essential for the direct democracy in Arizona. In the Arizona Constitution, it is outlined that the people have a right to participate in their government by creating these initiatives and referendums. Um, this allows uh, this allows the citizens to help propose and pass laws or even overturn laws that the legislatives has passed in the past. And it's an important way for citizens to exercise their right to be involved in their government and create their laws. Uh, in contrast, the referendums allow the citizens to create petitions against the legislation or propose ideas to change what's already been affecting them if they don't prefer that. So, in conclusion, there's initiatives and referendums. Each one is important to the democracy, although it's just a matter of who brings it up. The initiatives are brought up usually by the citizens and the voters, while the referendums will be brought up by the legislators, and both of them are voted on so that way the citizens can be heard. Um, and that is the importance to Arizona, just to make sure that their citizens and their voters are heard and directly influenced in what they say and how they feel. Thank you so much for listening and have a great evening.